a slight bit different. It's just something I'm going to be working on. I'm going to be. My art fair is a go for this year, I think. At least that's what the organizers said. So I'm going to start making designs and stuff for stuff that's going into that art fair. And one of the things I decided on is I wanted to create a new handmade oracle deck that is kind of different from the Crosswords Oracle, but based upon deck of cards, and based upon this deck of cards or something similar to that, but instead of 52 cards, it'll be 56 cards. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And maybe it'll have some crosswords in it, but it'll have the suits. But then in it there will be. I need to decide on what system to go for. And maybe I want to do a combination of where you could go either way. You could either use the make it like a minor arcana tarot deck with instead of and either a minor arcana tarot deck with a kind of a crosswords sort of a crossover in there to different words. So you got like maybe some crossword kind of design in it. You have your numerology, and then you have your suits. And then instead of like dropping the page out of it like there is in a regular oracle deck or regular deck of cards, we're going to add that page back in. So the suit will have all four court cards on either the hearts, the clubs, the diamonds, and what was the other one? Hearts, clubs, diamonds, and spades, which correspond to the swords, the pentacles, the wands, and the cups. But I wanted to show you that the cows were still out. The cows were still out there. And so what we're going to do here today is we're just going to try and design one card. Try to design one card. And so the cows are there. It's getting dark out there. It's supposed to rain tonight too. Anyways, let's get started here. I think I'm going to just start with... Welcome, Mama Susie. Yeah, I just did. But I started to go live earlier, but I forgot my microphone, and I wanted, and so I restarted it. And that's what I did. I restarted it, and then I got called to do some stuff. So you had your 5-month ultrasound. That's awesome. 5-month, yeah. Anyways, but I have the art fair coming up, and I wanted to work on designing a new oracle deck, and so we'll just pull one of these cards out and use it. Maybe the ace. Start there with the aces. Oh, there's one right there. And then it's in Willamina. I'll send you the information. It's in the city of Willamina. And this is the type of paper that I'm going to be using to build this oracle card. I use this paper for lots of different things. It's I'm kind of running low on this. This is a Canson durable surface watercolor paper. This one's like a 12 by 18 inch size, 140 pound, 300 grain paper. That's what I'm going to be building this, eventually be building this thing out on. But yeah, I'll send you the information and then but that's in November. Your baby is going to be here by then. Yeah. It's a nice fair, people go there, you can bring a pile of cash and then your Christmas cards and things like that. My plan is that I can make 3 of these card decks and bring 2 and then have 1 for me to work off of. And so I was kind of wanted to think of how just the sizing of it be this is like a sort of like your ace. Yeah, I think I'll do it exactly like it, because in the Lamornan decks and in the maybe as a like the signs and up. I'm losing. I think last August I got 250 watch hours in the month of August last year, or 246, I think it was. And so all that 246 hours is gonna drop off for this month. So I gotta try and keep it. Have to keep something going every day. I guess I better turn this light on. Now, all right. Where's the on switch at? There we go. Well, what is cutting in and out? The internet or the sound? It could be the sound. I know that. I don't know. Let's just see then. Let's test it out on a different thing. All right. He had some instructions. I need to throw the watermelon rind over the fence so the let's just see if this is working. Oh, it is. Here we go. Look, the live is working. Okay. All right. And anyway, so it was you. Yeah. So I know that this book had those signs in it, or maybe it doesn't. The air sign, I forgot what they were. Anyways, it doesn't matter. We can do this a different way. So I like that the ace, earth sign, but instead of an earth sign, we use a diamond. And then, let's say it's let's say because when you're using the pips, maybe in a pip deck, maybe the Marseille Tarot is better. Because you can like use numbers and add them together to get your majors. I think probably what I'll do in this is do some keywords, and I'll use keywords from both, I think. That sounds really reasonable to do that. And then okay, let's do that word physicality. Physicality. How do you spell that? So like P H Y S I C A L. All right, so it just froze. That's the danger about doing these outdoor live streams is okay, so it would be better for you to do it during the night shift. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. Physicality. Okay. I think I don't want that. I'm going to take an eraser and I'm going to remove that. Physicality. Yes. I'm going to remove that diamond and I'm going to put that diamond someplace else. Ace of diamonds. But we also can look in there as in your tarot numerology, what does a 1 mean? I know it probably means it's similar to what the other 1 means, but let's go look at the book here. It's just basic designs. Something hit me in the face. Okay, so there are my signs. So we have an earth sign. And maybe what we'll do is, in addition to this, is we go do an earth sign. Maybe we'll put that clear over here. And then this way, your earth sign in the other corner. Earth sign. BEGIN. Beginning. New. Let's see. Alright, so there's a cow over here, and I have to give the cow this watermelon rind because it's kind of staring at me. So, let me get out of here. without falling or anything or pulling the plug out. Sorry. Okay. Missed. All right, I'll be right back. You didn't make it far enough. All right, Cow. Got this thing for you, Cow. Your favorite. All right. Oh. You're just eating watermelon. When I get done here, I got watermelon to eat too. Here we go. There's the cow. All right, let's get this back in here. Physicality. That's probably not going to be a great word to use, but anyways, it doesn't matter. This is just the planning stage, sort of a planning thing, and I'm going to make the first deck off of a camera. Ace of Pentacles. That's me plans here. So it has a word of all right, we'll just run this word right down. I D E A L happiness. Ideal happiness. 2 words. Euphoria. So this, the 1909 tarot guidebook was written by Sasha Graham, or the information was redacted. I really like this book because it has a bit of the esoteric information in it. So it's not like, oh, the cows are fighting now over that. 3 cows are fighting over that watermelon rind that they can't have. Oh, well, yeah, they got it. Yeah, that's what I like about this book a lot. Is that it has enough? It has like a smidge of tarot esotericism there, just to like whet your appetite. And so we'll just kind of figure out how I'm gonna do that. But it just have some words in here, and then maybe some other words. Some random words in there. Or maybe it's something that's just a bit more directed. That's kind of what I was thinking of. Physicality, euphoria, wealth. Negative, well, it could be A-L-T, wealth. Physicality, euphoria, ideal happiness, wealth. We have, we want to do new beginnings. Maybe a word that might begin new, something that's related to new. Maybe so, but I think that I could do that, maybe paint something in here. Yeah. Something that maybe means sort of a newness, some sprouts. Maybe the color of it should be more, maybe do that within the coloration of it. Opportunity. There we go. O-P-P O-R That's because what I was thinking about doing was I was going to use those fluid acrylics. I'm not going to do this in watercolor because if I use the fluid acrylics, then I can put a ton of varnish on these things. So I get a good varnish, so it gets kind of a good, nearly like a plastic like coating on it. O-P-P-O-R Tunity. T opportunity. Let's go to the other book. Yeah. Go to the other book because I kind of want to go run concepts from both books plus the numerology. Of course, being that this is probably not necessarily a beginner deck, it's more of an advanced deck. Okay, in geometry, we're looking at 1, the beginning of something at the top of the hierarchy. Principle, unity, power. So do I have another P here? So we're looking at physicality, and then we have power, P-O-W-E, power. And then opportunity, maybe unity, U-N-I-T-Y. Unity. So we'll have to figure that out. Welcome, Julianne. I saw that you you were reading on Bobby's channel yesterday, weren't you, Julianne? I saw that. I didn't watch the live. I just sort of blew by it. But power, opportunity, unity, physicality, ideal happiness, euphoria, opportunity, wealth. You were being interviewed. Oh, cool. Well, you'll have to come on 999 show for a interview sometime soon too. You know, my schedule is pretty wide open. I'm just, I could fit you in, well, fairly wide open. Let's see. I do want to go to the beach a few more times this month. But yeah. Yeah, I'm having, what's her name? I mean, Essence of the Moon is coming back on soon. Okay, do we have a gain acquisition? Gain GAIN. Let's put that in over here. It's starting to get dark here. All right. All right, this is I need a word that ends in W. Three-letter word that ends in W. All right, well, let's see here. Oh, I know what we do. We go to a Scrabble word finder. Yeah, but word's not gonna fit here. The word that ends in W, there may not be a word there that's like this, fit something in. Oh, there was the other one that had something that fit in there. Words that end in W. How about a three-letter word? Cow. No. Ain't gonna find it. Julianne,